The member on the ground is a sergeant. He's here on staff. He's here full time. He's been here over 20-some years.
So even though the people shift around, I guess the horses are
Uh, Contrary to what people believe, the horses will not do the musical ride by themselves.
No.
No, the horses do stay here. Yeah, we've got some horses that are 17 years old. A lot of people think, though, that their horses have been here so long that they do the musical ride by themselves, and some will. Some
are probably
easier to handle than others, but. Horses are assigned on your riding abilities and also your number of years on the musical ride. It is quite important for a first year member to learn how to do the musical ride rather than start fighting with a horse and trying to just run the. Unfortunately, the sponsorship fell apart because as soon as we leave Canada, everything is cost recovery. It doesn't cost the taxpayers any money for us to go outside of Canada, except for salaries, which would be paid anyway. But the transportation costs, the hotels, the meals, everything has to be provided by the sponsors.
Makes sense.
We've been rehearsing now for 3 months, twice a day, 5 times a week. And our first show will be in mid-May, if I'm not mistaken. The horses are pretty good now. They're pretty quiet, but that'll change as soon as we go outside. The first week, they'll get pretty excited for the first bit.
How do they react to crowds?
Excuse me?
How do the horses react to crowds?
They don't mind the crowds. The only thing some of them really spook at is flags and little plastic pennants like they put in garages, gas stations. Some people will use that to corner off the crowd, and they really flap in the wind.
Yeah.
That
Does it scare them or?
It spooks them, yeah.
Yeah.
Some horses, they don't even notice them. They'll just keep on going.
Yeah, I noticed you don't have the eye things on them.
No, we don't.
Is there any particular significance to the red and white on the banners?
Yes, traditionally when lances were used in the cavalry, they were white pennants, and by using them in combat, the top part would become red with blood.
Wow.
So now they just put them red and white. They are weapons. With 8 pounds of pressure, they will go through a human body.
One guy's got his upside down.
Well, that might be a trick somebody pulled on him, and he didn't notice it.
See him over there? going up to the wall there now, right on the bottom.
Yeah,
Up.
and it is it's somebody that's playing a trick on him.
But what percentage of the riders are female? There's some females
This
and-
year is about 1/3.
Is that in proportion to females in the RCMP or?
No, it's not. Riders are sent here on basic course, and doesn't matter if you're female, male. You're based on evaluated on your riding abilities.
So I guess you must have had some sort of basic riding.
I never rode before coming here.
No?
Never.
And do most of the riders already have?
Most of the riders do not have any riding experience.
So, then wouldn't be a case that they come more from the rural areas than the urban
No,
areas?
it doesn't. This is one of the hardest movements to
Yeah,
do.
because I can see the horses sort of getting confused which side of the other horse to go on. Is it also unique here where there's a double ring? Because I've never really noticed.
No, some people do use it.
Yeah.
Is this the choice assignment, or are there others that are even more?
This is probably the most elite assignment you can get. Gives you an opportunity to tour the country, and it is hard work on the road. Very physical work.
Driving again, it has to really move. It's like the old whiplash. That would be difficult to get your horse to do the exact right speed, wouldn't it?
Yes, it is. Some horses, especially at first when we start off, they all want to
You want to go
break in a
fast?
canter and go fast. And
Keep up, buddy. So is the rider responsible for the horse after the session as well? Or-
Yes.
Yeah.
we're responsible to groom them before and after.
And for one season, do you stay on the same horse or do you change?
For 1 year,
So it's basically your horse for the season.
for the season.
How about other exercising? Or I guess this is enough exercising for the horse?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
They get to go on a hack once in a while on Fridays to get them a break before the weekend.
Yeah.
When it gets sunnier outside, they might go for a little bit of jumping. But their main purpose is to do musical riding.
On average, about how many years does a horse do the musical ride? From
Uh,
training right through to retirement?
We bring them in for training when they're 3, and they're trained in basic schooling until they're 6. They get on the musical ride when they're 6, and they can go till about they're 17, 18 years old. the officer's horse doesn't do the musical rite anymore, just brings the rite in, takes the salute, and stands at the end of the school. His horse is 22 or 23 years old. But he looks good though for a 22-year-old horse. He looks better than some of our other horses.
On average, how old does a horse usually live?
When they retire from the musical rite, they go to our class site for training purposes. And normally around 20, 22 years old, they have to be put down.
To a medical problem?
Yeah.
You may want to go take a picture of the angle because you don't have a quick camera that will stop the mark. Put it on an angle. No. Don't just sit on the glass because it's in the front view. So you better stand like this and take a picture like that. So if you want to stand up there and take a picture.
Is most of the training indoors here, or do you also do some outdoors?
No, it's indoors until it dries up outside, and then it's strictly outdoors unless it rains.
And do you do most of your performances outdoors during the summer, or are there a number indoors?
They're
as well?
mostly outdoors. I'd say maybe 5% indoors. We also rather do them outdoors than indoors. It gets pretty hot during the summer.
Oh, I can imagine. Are there particular days when they do the rehearsals in full uniform?
No, unless it's what they call a dress rehearsal, which will be probably the week before, 2 weeks before we start doing our real shows. Otherwise, it's just t-shirts. Gets pretty hot with the red surges on.
Also unnecessary cleaning costs.
Yeah.
Well, these guys look like they're getting their frustrations out.
It has to be pretty snappy so that everybody gets it together. If somebody doesn't put a snap into it, they're falling behind all the time. And it doesn't look good.
It's thrusting me thinking of an unpopular supervisor.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's what they want you to do is when you're doing your points, is really think you're pointing at somebody.
Yeah. This guy at the end looked like he was lunging.
Yeah.
Thinking of his mother-in-law or something.
A lot of people are also scared, especially first-year people, to hit their horses. So I think this is the first or second time they've done it on horses.
only train car drivers to behave like that. A lot less accidents.
See what you're doing? Always taking on something. I don't think he's gonna take anything for you. Musical chairs will still.
He's in reserving time.
So that's a young horse, first year horse, and a first year rider, so.
Nervous? Horse is nervous? Why does somebody not have a baby? Just wondering.
The horse is a young horse,
Oh,
very spooky of the lances. So it'll take probably a few weeks before that horse gets used to it.
it'll be accepted.
They get pretty excited on Monday mornings.
Yeah? On the weekends, are they exercising?
No, they're not.
No, okay, that's fine. I'm probably just happy to be moving.
No, that'll just be rehearsing parts that they had problem with. If you want.
Is that full-time?
What we're doing here?
What you're doing?
Today I'll do it on the rotation.
Rotation, yeah, so you get to go out.
Well, there's 36 of us, so once every 6 weeks.
Well, it's not bad. Because to me, obviously, if we get this close and we can get to ride the horse, it would,
No.
Oh, I didn't think so. Oh, he's noticing everybody coming back.
It's only his second year on the run. Back.